stuff. Like, when you close your eyes, that was such a beautiful sentence, wasn't it? When you close your eyes, you see stuff. But I've just been asking everyone, like, do you like see vividly when you close your eyes? And a lot of people are like, yeah, I do. Amazing to me. Absolutely amazing. So, yeah, I've been divulging in that. But this is also such a great brush. I lost like the tail of it, so now we just have this. It's for highlighter for the cheeks. But I don't even wear highlighter anymore, so I don't know why I have the brush. Literally, don't do anything. Highlighter. And do that. We'll do that. I probably have to clean these brushes anyway before California. But yeah, I have to like pack my suitcase, and I have to leave room for my friend to add some stuff in my suitcase because she doesn't have enough room to pack all the things she needs to do because she's flying Spirit, and she doesn't want to pay that extra fee. So I get that because Spirit is trash. Spirit is literally trash. Like, we are Delta all the way, and Emirates. Emirates is a great flight, but I was like looking at the Spirit flights, and I've only flown Spirit a couple times, and I wondered if they had like first class, and it's just their first class is like economy and Delta, which is crazy. Like, but apparently to like get a bag, it cost like to check in a bag or whatever, take a bag, costs $70. Spirit needs to check themselves, to be honest. Like, ridiculous. So another issue is we're going to LA. We have nothing even booked to stay at yet. Isn't that actually incredible? Isn't that incredible? I'm leaving in 2 days. We don't even have anything booked for where we're staying. So that's the beauty of it. Like, it's so bad. We were on a FaceTime like 2 days ago, and we were supposed to book stuff. We ended up having like a 3-hour therapy session. Just girly things to like get on FaceTime with your friends and then just end up having a therapy session. And then last night we were planning the itinerary, and then we got lost in conversation again, and we didn't even end up booking one of the hotels we had to book. So it's also so interesting, isn't it? And the thing is, I don't know if you've read in the news, but Hurricane Hillary is hitting like pretty much all of California and like where we're going. So I think we'll be fine. We were not going to cancel anything. I was like, I'm not canceling anything until we get to the damn airport and they like say, hey, your flight's canceled. Because like, we're going on this trip. We were all like really banking on this trip and having so much fun, because part of it's like my birthday celebration, because I just turned 23 in July, and then one of my other friends last month, I don't know, with our dorm floor, or our dorm place, it was a very social dorm building, because it was like mostly freshmen in that building, and it's like the crappiest dorm, so like a lot of people are like in the common area talking and everything. But we were on the most antisocial floor out of all the floors, if that makes sense. But we were still very social, and pretty I'm trying to think about fights that I've had with females versus males. I think just with the emotions, like just in everything in life, when you have a deeper connection, your investment to that, just like relationships, things that go wrong may hurt you more than with just somewhat